Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Monster Prom. And today I'm going to try to get with Vera. She is just such a Okay, but Vera needs 12 plus hearts, 10 plus smarts, and 9 plus charm, and 8 plus money. You notice Vera showing off an elaborate new necklace to Miranda. They're the crown jewels of Lemuria. My family acquired them in a cutthroat business merger. Do you like them? Oh yes, very much. Such a shame about the Lumerian royal family, though. What, that they're all dead at the hands of their own servants? No, that was unavoidable. Once the true tragedy had taken place, they were no longer loved by their subjects. Feared, you mean? Oh no, fear is so scary. Love is what matters. I could not disagree more. You there, settle this dispute for us. What is the best way to let people know how powerful you are? Buy their houses, burn them down, then replace them with a water park? You don't need to convince anyone. Just make everyone who doesn't love you disappear. I think I've gotten this one before. Yes, this is Daddy's strategy. The amazing thing is that once the bad people start to disappear without explanation, even people who used to be bad start being very good. It's like magic and so humane. Do you happen to know where your father put all those people who disappeared? Put them? No, silly, they disappeared, like a magic trick. Yes, I see. You gain +2 charm and +1 smarts, as well as yet another reason never to visit Miranda's kingdom. You find Damien and Vera hunched over a scale model of spooky national bank made of milk cartons, lunch trays, and ketchup packets. Alright, we'll go in through the side entrance, disable the alarms with an EMP, and blow the safe. Why don't we just blow up the side entrance, blow up the alarms, and blow up the safe? Because we only have so much C4, Damien. That sounds like a personal problem. What's this thing? Damien points at a kosher dill pickle in front of the vault labeled Police Ogre. That's the police ogre. He's got eyes all the way around his head, never sleeps, doesn't take bribes, and is invincible in combat. Can we blow him up? No, we can't blow him up. We need to find a way around him. Well, I'm out of ideas. Yo, Vicky, we'll cut you in on the heist if you can solve this ogre problem for us. Luckily, you're a heist mastermind. Before Vera or Damien can react, you rob the bank yourself and split the money with Vera. Eat the pickle. Maybe the first one? Okay. Quick as a flash, you take a cab over to the bank, walk in the front door, fist bump the police ogre, and walk out with all the money. You ride back to school and dump half the money out on the table, totally burying their scale model of their bank. What? How? You explain that you and the police ogre go to the same salsa dancing class. Taking advantage of personal friendships for illicit profit, I've never respected you more. I assume this pile of money and gold ingots is my share? You nod sexily. Hey, where's my cut? I've got your cut right here, interloper. Vera stabs Damien with one of the irresponsibly sharp butter knives the school cafeteria provides. You've never been more turned on. You see Miranda and Vera chatting away, their eyes gleaming the gleam of the scheming. Crowd surfs isn't doing nearly as well as I thought it would. Oh, if it isn't Vicky. Would you like to be a customer? Once upon a time, surfs were only for the rich and fabulous. Like Vera and myself. But now, thanks to our app, CrowdSurfs, you too can have your very own crowd-funded surf. The app is being generously funded by my royal family, who wish for everyone to experience the joys of royalty and get richer off of it. I think our business might be failing because the surfs are simply not of high enough quality to maintain customer interest. The surfs need to have more enthusiasm for their jobs. We need to recruit from the right locations. Don't be absurd. If there's one thing being royalty has taught me, and there's definitely more than one, it's that you can trick anyone into doing anything as long as you give them the right incentives. But why not start with the easily manipulated in the first place? Vicky, what do you think? Vera's right. Why not recruit people who want to be bossed around at a leather daddy convention? Miranda has a point. Everyone wants to win. Host an unpaid labor competition where the prize is doing more unpaid labor. I'm gonna go with the first one. Oh, I like that quite a bit. Excuse me, but if there were conventions for daddies, I am quite sure I would know about them. My father is one of the most powerful dads I know, so if he was not invited... Stop there, Miranda, trust me. How does this sound? Free lifetime of submission, dirty talk guaranteed, dress code, come as you are. Vera, with the help of a confused Miranda, goes to the next leather daddy convention in town. The next time you see Vera and Miranda, they seem much, much happier. These serfs we recruited are so enthusiastic to serve. Almost inexplicably so. And as an unexpected fringe benefit, all the serfs keep trying to one-up each other's uniforms. So I created a line of latex and leather wear that's making almost as much as crowd surfs in the first place. It's a win-win-win situation. And don't worry, Vicky, I will ask how you know so much about the fetish community. Yay, siding with Vera always makes her happy, and to show her appreciation, she gives you +2 money she earned, and you gain +1 smarts. Your performance in that game earns you a position as first pick on Vera's team for next game. Sweet. When you get over to her side of the court, though, you notice her furrowed brow. She's having trouble choosing the next player. As much as I hate to admit it, I brought you over here because I need your help. You see, my acceptance at a top-tier business school is riding on this game. Everyone knows business schools hate losers, and dodgeball is basically the new golf. I need to assemble a killer team, but my skills lie in discerning people's weaknesses, not their strengths. That's where you come in. Help me pick the best team, and I'll be sure to remember you fondly when I'm crushing peons with my business degree. Picking teams is your jam. You whisper in Vera's ear. Pick all the worst players. If we win, you're a god for leading losers to victory. If we lose, it's all their fault. Don't pick any of those chumps. I'll just hire us a team of homicidal dodgeball supermen who used to be mercenaries. Maybe the first one. Yes, blaming other people for your failures is the true secret of business. But how will I identify the worst players? Oh wait, I forgot. I have dossiers on everybody. Like that lizard man there, chewing on his toenails. My sources tell me he still wets the bed. That Yeti there looks like a formidable dodgeball player, but I have it on good authority that he suffers from a disease known as ball blindness. And that headless horseman is a ghost. Balls pass right through him. You build a team of lovable losers and lose. Vera chews them all out for being terrible and records it for her business school portfolio. You gain +2 boldness and +1 creativity. You approach Liam and Vera at their table, but before you can sit down, Vera holds up a hand. Stop. This is the cool people table where only cool people are allowed. I would agree with what Vera just said, but agreeing is something only uncool people do. Wouldn't you agree, Vera? Nice try, Liam, but I think we're getting away from the point. This interloper still wants to sit with us. Well, if she wants to sit with us, she's going to have to prove she's as cool as we are. But without, like, trying to prove it, trying is so uncool. So, what's it going to be? Well, I guess I'll be going then, because there's no way anyone could ever be as cool as Liam. Let me ask you this. Would an uncool person be giving Vera $50 monster right now? Maybe like the second one, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Okay, you're cool. What? Money can't buy coolness? I wasn't sure if I should choose that option because I didn't want it to go like in the negatives for the money. Really? Let me consult my list of things money can buy. Let's see. Organs, obedience, and there it is, coolness. Why is coolness in the O section of your list? Because it's not a real list. I pretended there was a list in order to with you. Okay, that's pretty cool. Speaking of cool, while I can't currently accept cash for campaign finance reasons, I will remember this favorably in the future. Perhaps I'll call on you later for other favors. You hope those favors are sexual in nature, but you don't say that because that is not a cool thing to say. Afterwards, you discover you've been poisoned and only Vera has the antidote. She does this all the time. It's how she invites you to hang out.
Hey
There you are. Thank you so much for coming. I'm embarking on a new criminal enterprise, and I need a consigliere. The idea is simple yet brilliant. Think Uber, but for killing people. I call it murder. But it turns out the market is flooded with assassination apps. Assassination apps and blood. I need a way to get ahead of the pack, and since you're such a good advisor, differentiate yourself by being the only service that offers free-range organic murders. Viral marketing, literally. Tailor a highly contagious virus to make people love murder. You can do that? Great. You can use my private chemical weapons laboratory. And so, this is working better than I ever could have imagined. Demand for murder has gone through the roof since you released that virus. Sure, the side effects include vomiting, bloody tears, male lactation, cobra feet, time dilation, rigor mortis, rectal teeth, renegade spleen, microaggressions, sudden tattoos, hair trauma, liquefaction, and coughing. But it's well worth it for the profits I'm raking in. Plus, I'm making a literal killing selling people the antidote for all those side effects. It's not actually an antidote though, it's actually just heroin. Same difference. Did you know that they used to give heroin to babies as a cough suppressant? Yeah, the real world is exactly as immoral as this video game. But whatever, you gain +2 creativity and +1 money. You discover a severed horse head in your locker. It has a note in its mouth telling you to meet Vera ASAP. I'm so glad you've come. I have another crime problem which would benefit from your insight. Thanks to your input, murder has cornered the market in app-based assassinations, and yet the other crime lords don't take me seriously. Just because I'm not a 40-year-old man with a scary scar, those sexist morons think this is just a phase for me. Since when did having a killer body and flawless skin disqualify a girl from a life of crime? It's disgusting. How can I show these chauvinist goons what crime really means to me? Come on, think of something. You're my most trusted advisor. Quit crime, they'll come crawling back once they see how bad it is without you. Write a song about it. I'll help. I'm gonna go with the first one. You know, if this advice was coming from anyone other than you, I'd ignore it. But you haven't been wrong yet. Fine, as of today, I'm quitting crime. I'll let the other bosses know. I'm sure they'll be so pleased. A few days later, you're getting a manicure with Vera, with Gunbozo Gianetti, arch humorist of the deranged clown assembly, bursts in weeping. Well, either he's weeping or he's got a sad face painted on his regular face. It's hard to tell with clowns. What are you doing here, Bozo? Didn't they tell you I quit crime? Gunbozo makes a series of gestures, honks and quacks, clownish, lucky, Vera's fluent. What's that you say? The world of crime is a wreck without me? Do tell. He says nobody's been able to get good poison since I retired. Everyone's money is frightfully unlaundered. Plus, half the bosses are dead because the letters I sent out announcing my sabbatical were full of vicious fungal spores. Well, I had no idea you were all so miserable without me. You can tell the bosses I'm back in the game. Gunbozo leaps up in the air and clicks the heels of his enormous red shoes. I love you too, Bozo. We'll have a gang war to celebrate. See you on the battlefield. Gunbozo runs out of the nail salon and piles into his tiny car with his 20 closest friends. Vera looks at you, dumbstruck. I must say, I never thought this would work. You truly are a loyal advisor. Oh, if only you could be more than just an advisor, but you can't risk sharing your true feelings. Better just take the +2 smarts and +1 money and move on. Vera's about to lift a glass of scotch to her immaculately painted lips. You can drink whatever at the school, apparently. When Miranda screams, "Stop! Don't drink that." Why not? This scotch costs more than most cars. Has your taster tried it yet? What taster? You don't have a taster? What if your drink is poisoned by someone jealous of your good looks and royal title? Listen, Mary, I only drink 4 things: scotch, red wine, the tears of my enemies, and straight up poison. You drink poison on purpose? Miranda, my hair is venomous snakes. You think poison actually harms me? Well, you should still have a taster. What if someone puts really spicy hot sauce in your drink? Or poison? Ugh, what do I have to do to get you to stop? To get you to drop this? Simple, hire a taster. Fine. Any volunteers? This might just be the big break you've been looking for. You raise your hand, and when Vera picks you, you drink all her scotch, enraging Vera and delighting Miranda. Pretend to be poisoned, terrifying Miranda and amusing Vera. You shoot Vera a wink, take the tiniest sip of her scotch, and then... No, stop vomiting. How will you be able to taste for poison if you're too busy foaming out at the mouth and vomiting? You fool, she is poisoned. Run and tell the authorities before this poor sap's face melts off or something. Oh dear, oh my, I'm no good in crisis situations. Curse my uniformly pleasant childhood. Miranda faints with the utmost drama. If there's one thing princesses are good at, it's fainting. Ha ha ha. That was hilarious. I should put poison in my scotch more often. You can stop vomiting now, by the way. She passed out. Oh, do you need the antidote? Alright, here you go. I guess I should have let you know the scotch was actually poisoned. Oh well, how about we get ice cream to make up for it? Your stomach's still too weak for ice cream, but you're never too sick to spend some quality time with Vera. Your mind's barely on what you're doing, though. All you're really concerned about is your situation with Vera. Throughout her latest gang war, you've been her closest and most trusted advisor, maybe too close. You're worried Vera's become so dependent on your advice, she's blind to your true romantic intentions. If only you had the courage to tell her how you really feel. After all, you don't want to end up in the advisor zone. You're so lost in thought of unrequited love, you hardly notice Vera sneaking up on you. Maybe that's also because of the invisibility cloak you helped her pick out. There you are. I was just going to pick you up. We've got a date tonight. A date? Then perhaps your affections aren't unrequited. With the heads of Monster City's major crime factions to celebrate the end of the latest gang war. You're such a good and loyal advisor, I couldn't imagine going without you. Right, of course. Trying to hide your disappointment, you accompany Vera to the peace conference. But soon, you can have horse racing. But if you think I'm giving up murder's monopoly, you've got your head so far up your it's popped back out your shirt collar. Larry, the actual crocodile, snaps his fangs. Gunbozo Gianetti of the deranged clown assembly honks in disapproval. Timmy, the knife baby, chews his rattle menacingly. Alright, you scumbags, settle down. But it's too late. Larry the Croc unveils a wicked machine gun. Gunbozo makes a rocket launcher out of twisted balloons, and Timmy, the knife baby, produces a lot of knives. Hey, advisor, a little help here? If you don't save Vera now, you'll never have a chance to confess your feelings. So you take a deep breath and confess your feelings. Kiss Larry the Croc on his big crocodile mouth. I think I might go with the first one. With no thought of the danger you're in, you turn to Vera and bare your soul. You confess that you've been advising her this whole time, not out of love of crime, but out of love for her. I don't know what to say, partially because I'm in the middle of a very tense standoff. But the tense standoff suddenly becomes tender as the underlings to the other crime lords follow your example. Larry the Croc Salamander's sidekick admits to years of repressed longing. Gumbozo's chauffeur climbs out of his tiny car and begs his boss to give their love a chance. And Gumbozo's second chauffeur does the same, and so does his third chauffeur, and so on. Timmy the Knife Baby's wet nurse confesses a fatal attraction to her little lord. Gumbozo's various chauffeurs jealously fight for his love, killing each other in the process. Timmy the Knife Baby is a baby, and so has his wet nurse arrested for being a pervert. Larry the Croc, being an actual crocodile, marries his salamander sidekick and lives happily ever after. At least until Vera mows everyone down with a Tommy gun. Well, there's the last obstacle to my complete dominion taken care of. Thanks for the distraction. You know, all this time I thought you weren't attracted to me. I thought your interest was purely professional. But it turns out that your love was even more useful to me than your professional interest. I'll take it. While simultaneously taking control of the city's entire criminal underworld. It looks like love really does conquer all. As Vera's most trusted advisor and love interest, you gain +2 smarts and +1 money. Vera is usually such a bitch, and I'm actually surprised this round worked out pretty well.
Let's go.
Prom? You know what, my dear advisor? I think lately I'm focusing too much on all our crime adventures. It's nice to be rich and feared, but what's the point if I don't get to enjoy life from time to time? So I have the feeling prom night could be a great way to unwind. What do you advise me to do? And then she winks at you. That's so rare that we don't even have art of her doing it. Also because she has an eye covered. In the end, you and Vera have a lovely evening together, followed by lots of thrilling crime adventures. Vera starts falling for you. She values how you respect her individuality and even supports her career by being her trusted advisor. The two of you do a great job of juggling being partners in both love and crime, mostly because Vera's great at everything she does, or so she reminds you constantly. Also, she reminds you that the two of you may be partners in love, but in crime, you're still superior and advisor. But that's Vera for you, and under all that ferocious confidence, you can also perceive a deep respect for you. So beautiful, crime is always the answer. Well, that was a little surprising that really worked out very well. But thanks for watching. Bye!